Hello, my name is BJ Mann and I'm a divorce mediator. I've been a divorce mediator for 17 years. And what I do is guide my clients in ending their marriage in a gentle, affordable, and efficient way. My job is to make sure my clients are well informed. And I talk about things like child support and the pension and the house and all the things that are important to my clients. And my clients gather the information and they make the very best decisions that work for them as long as they're well informed. And that's the beauty of mediation. I want to make sure you understand that my remarks today are informational only. I am not a therapist. I am not an attorney. I'm not a financial planner. What I am is a very experienced divorce mediator. So today we're going to talk about that difficult moment when you're telling your children that your marriage is over. For you, it's been a long journey and you and your spouse finally agree that you're going to end your marriage. And now you dread telling the children. It makes you crumple with anxiety, and it's a very difficult image. Without a doubt, sharing the information with your children ranks among the hardest decisions that you will ever have. No matter what your reasons are for ending the marriage, both of you hope that your children will be emotionally safe. Virtually every client that comes into my office says, our children are the highest priority, and they mean that. So ending your marriage is sad and scary and difficult. But staying in a high conflict, loveless marriage is not helpful for anyone. What causes children the most pain and stress is conflict between mom and dad. So if the air in your home is polluted and you're slamming doors and you're fighting, or even if you're just giving each other the cold shoulder, everyone is gasping for breath. So creating two homes with clean air is what you really want to do to help your children. And I have some information that clients have found very useful about that conversation. I refer to it as a three-legged stool. And you're going to want this stool to be sturdy and not wobbly. So the first leg of the stool is what I call honesty. You're going to tell your children that you're being honest with each other, husband and wife, and you're being honest with them. This is not what marriage is supposed to look like. It's not what marriage is supposed to feel like. And if you have older kids, you may even say, this is not the marriage we'd like you to be in. And so when parents avoid hard conversations because they don't want to hurt somebody's feeling, you're not letting your kids know how important honesty is. You've been talking about honesty since the day they were born, and this is your opportunity to model that behavior. So even when honesty might hurt somebody's feelings, you're letting them know it's what they need to be. The second leg of the stool is courage. So I'm imagining this is among the hardest decisions that you've ever made in your life. But hard decisions can be the right decision. And this is what you want to make sure your children understand. This is a learning opportunity for your children. They're going to face a lot of hard decisions in their lives. And some of them, you've been hoping that they're avoiding risk behaviors like bullying or shoplifting or drugs or alcohol parties. And staying away from those risk behaviors takes courage and is a hard decision that is the right decision. When they're at your kitchen table, sometimes they say, oh, we'll never take drugs. We're never going to do that. But when they're at the party or when they're at the gathering, that's where they have to make the hard decision. That's the right decision. So the second leg of the stool is courage. And it's a learning opportunity that you don't want to miss with your children. The third leg of the stool is called resiliency, and maybe coping when you have younger children. So when you share this information with your children, of course they're going to be scared and sad, maybe angry, confused, all the emotions that you yourself have been going through. That's natural. But what you want to reassure them is that there is a bridge that they're going to cross and that they will find their resiliency. If you get stuck, they're going to get stuck. So if you get stuck in sadness or a pity party or any kinds of difficult behaviors, they're going to get stuck. So it's your job to lead them through and across this bridge. So resiliency is something that you want them to do when they're actually hitting their own wall. And how do you want them to behave when they hit a wall, like they don't get into the school they want to get into, they didn't get invited to the party, or they can't go on that field trip? You want them to behave with dignity and respect and not shame and blame. So that's the most important lesson that you can teach your children. When you find your resiliency and your coping, you're showing them that you can do this divorce with dignity and respect and not shame and blame. And that's really going to reassure them and give them permission to settle in to find their resiliency or their coping strategies. So these are 3 very important learning opportunities for your children, and you want to salt and pepper your future conversations with this kind of language about honesty, courage, and resiliency. And you're going to make sure that if the stool gets wobbly, you're going to firm it up and make it a sturdy stool. So I hope this has been useful to you, and thank you for listening to me today.